Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Trixie and today we're going to be talking about my drugstore guide to a fresh, natural face. So the first product that I have is the Neutrogena Radiant Primer Serum. And this is a really great serum. It's a newer product from Neutrogena, but I have been using it for a couple weeks now. But I feel like it softens the skin really nicely for skin prep. Now I'm going to move on to base products, or foundations I guess I should say. I have the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover. This is in the shade 215 Almond. And I really like this one because it has good coverage. I have a lot of acne scars on my face, so for me it's really important that I have a foundation like this that is really good coverage but also doesn't look like makeup. It really blends super well into the skin. It also has kind of a fresh skin-like finish. It's not overly dewy, it's not overly matte either. So I am wearing this today on the perimeter of my face because the perimeter of my face, especially here on my neck, has the most acne scarring. So I like this for that. And then the other foundation, or kind of like foundation like product that I have to recommend, is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost and Hydrating Tint. Unfortunately, the shade range is not that great on this product. However, if you can find your shade in this product, I think that it's like a complete home run. It is lightweight, you barely feel it on your skin, and it has enough of a coverage to the where I feel comfortable, and it also has the same kind of hydrating finish that the Dream Urban Cover has. So it doesn't have like a very matte or like a dry looking texture. It blends very well into the skin. One of the cons is that it does have this doe foot applicator, which isn't very sanitary. I personally don't mind it, but if you mind it, that might be a con for you. It might be a deal breaker. Next, let's do concealers. I have two concealers to share with you guys. I have the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer Satin Finish. Mine is in the shade Medium Beige. So this product is very high coverage. It is very, like it says in the name, hydrating and long wearing, which is good or bad depending on how light the coverage of your foundation is. I find that if you have a lighter coverage foundation, you should kind of go with a concealer that matches the coverage of it. If I were to wear this with the hydrating tint, this is less coverage and this is high coverage. By the end of the day, this might have faded a little bit, but this is still here, and you can really see that there's like a difference in coverage, and I don't really like that. I usually pair this with the Dream Urban Cover because this has pretty good coverage and so is this. So when you pair them together, they both wear really well together. And you never get that kind of like weird, like she has higher coverage there but not on the other side of her, like on other parts of her face. So there's coherency in coverage with these two products. Now I have another concealer that I'd like to share with you guys. This is the NYX HD Photo Concealer. Mine is in the shade Fresh Beige. This is a skin tone concealer, and I like to pair it usually with this Neutrogena Hydro Boost. This is the one that I'm wearing today. So this one also has pretty good coverage. It isn't as full coverage as I would say this concealer, but again, that's okay with me because I find that it's a lot easier to wear throughout the day, and it's very creamy and emollient. It doesn't leave a dry texture once it's kind of set, which is very important to me. Next, we're gonna do powders. So I have two powders here, one loose, one that's pressed. I have the Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder. This is in the shade 220 Natural Beige. This is one of the few matte products in this whole lineup. So I like this because it is a pretty good skin tone match, and you know, I don't know if there's much to say about it. It's just a good powder. It doesn't really look that cakey on the skin, but I do practice caution with powders. I try not to go too overboard. I don't always use loose powder, but when I do, I often use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. This is in the shade 25 Medium. This is my skin tone shade. It doesn't leave a very cakey finish, which is obviously something you want to avoid when you're trying to do a fresh model on the go look. Okay, my favorite part is bronzer. I'm so glad this product came into my life, and I hope it stays because if it doesn't, I'm going to be really sad. This is the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Sculpting Bronzer. This is a cream bronzer. It is one of the few cream bronzers at the drugstore, and it is magnificent. It's really great for, I would say, medium to tan skin. They have two shades of this. They have one lighter one, so if you're lighter than me, I would say go with that one. So it creates this really nice like illusion of cheekbones, but not to a extra way. It's not Instagram glam whatsoever. It really feels and looks like it's part of your skin. Texture is super nice and creamy. It blends super easy. It doesn't feel like gross and waxy, which some cream products at the drugstore have a tendency to do. Alright, the next bronzers that I have to share with you guys are the e.l.f. bronzers. I feel like they are very underrated. They came out a long freaking time ago, but I would say that these are still staples in my collection. I have both the warm one and the cool one. I used the cool one on my eyes today. I really like to use this warm one on natural days when I just really want a hint of shine and warmth on my cheekbones. I know there are some people out there who only like matte bronzers, and like, power to you. I do like some shine in my bronzers because your skin is not totally matte. Your skin has a little bit of shine to it. Like, if you were to look at your hand, even if you have like no moisturizer on your hand or anything, you can still see that your skin has a natural sheen to it, even if it's very slight. So that's, I feel like, what that bronzer mimics. Next bronzer is, of course, the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. These guys are cult classics. You've probably heard everyone and their mothers talk about it. I have the shade Deep and I have the shade Sunset. The scent on these are freaking great and glorious. I can't. Again, these are bronzers that I feel have that same skin-like sheen quality to them. Next are blushes. One is a liquid and one is a powder. The liquid one is the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Dewy Blush Elixir. It is so good. I have it on my cheeks today. They have one called Apricot Glow, which is one of my personal favorites. They have Pink Berry, and then they have Gorgeous Peach, which is the one that I'm wearing now. It's a very good liquid product from the drugstore. It has a medium amount of pigment, so you don't have to build it up a lot, but it also, you can go a little tiny bit overboard if you're not careful. I would say err on the side of caution. Another blush that I'm going to share with you guys is the Milani Baked Powder Blush. This one is in the shade Luminoso. This is a baked blush, so it has more of a sheen to it. It is a little bit glittery, but again, I would say use a light hand. And I don't mind the fact that it has a little bit of glitter in the product, and I feel like it really mimics, again, skin-like finish, skin-like dewiness. I'm about it. I feel like this is one of those powder products that really mimics that really well. The last thing that I have to share with you guys is I have two powder highlights because I haven't found a cream highlighter from the drugstore that I like yet. I have this one from Pixie, which is the one that I'm wearing today. This is the Pixie Glowy Gossamer Duo in Delicate Dew. It has one deeper, I would say, bronzy shade and one really light cool tone shade. I don't know how to describe how well this blends onto the skin. This is one of those highlights that the more you blend onto the skin, the more glass-like it gets. It doesn't leave a lot of powdery, like that weird powdery finish to it. The next highlight that I want to share with you guys that has that same blendable quality is the Physicians Formula Shimmer Strip in Vegas Strip. As you can see, she is well loved. I have loved her for a long time. This is one of those kind of shimmer brick products. If you are deeper than me, I would say you can go for the deeper, like bronzier tones here. If you're my skin tone, like I like to kind of stay towards this top part of the strip. And again, this is one of those highlights that have that same blendable quality. It is a little bit more metallic, but it still has that kind of, the more you blend it into the skin, the more it becomes part of your skin and the more natural that sheen becomes. And it looks like it's very part of your, it looks, how many times have I said that phrase? It looks like it's a part of your skin. Alright, so that is all the products that I have for you guys. I hope you guys like kind of this drugstore guide to a fresh glowy base. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys took a little bit something useful out of this video. If you like this video, do the things. Like, subscribe, comment. Oh my god, I hate myself. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you guys are staying sane. And I'm just wishing all the best for you. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye. Oh wait, this is a set that has a really big pimple. Probably don't want to show that side.